Hi and welcome to the first guitar lesson of SL's guitar lessons that we're going to be recording on a video. So basically the reason why I want to do this first lesson is just to show you kind of like the little bits of the guitar. Now I imagine you're probably watching this video looking to have guitar lessons with us, or if not, just sort of winding your knowledge of the guitar. Maybe it's the first time you've picked up the guitar and you just sort of found this video by a whim. Now I just want to show you the way you look at a guitar really, and the way to look at a guitar properly. Now when you first sort of start learning guitar, sometimes you can pick the guitar up and look at things in a different way than it's written, and then obviously you come across many problems. Now with the guitar, first of all, what we're going to look at, is we're going to look at the big parts of the guitar. We've got our body, we've got our neck, and we've got our head. Okay, now the neck is probably the most referred to part of the guitar. Obviously that is where you kind of make all the different notes. Now the finer parts of the guitar are the frets and the strings. They're the parts that you're really going to make the most note of. Now when it comes to your strings, what we're going to be looking at is the fact that our strings are counted kind of upside down almost. Every guitar lesson that I do, I always ask the student, what would you say was your first string? And 9 times out of 10 they go with this 6th string. Now on the guitar, actually our first string is going to be this little one here. So this one right here is our first string. Then we go to our 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, and it moves down that way. Now the reason why is because if you look at a musical stave, the highest note is at the top. So when we write out a tab, the highest note is going to be at the top, and that is going to be our thinnest string. Okay, and then what else we've got there is we're going to have our frets. Now the frets start 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these little bars here, these metal bars are the frets. Now in order to play a fret, you've got to play just before it. Most books will say play in the middle, which is fine. However, you're actually going to have to put a little bit more pressure on that fret. So if you're a little bit lazy like I am, it just means that you can put a little bit less effort in by looking at that middle of the fret. Okay, looking at just before the fret rather than the middle, my apologies. Now, the one that kind of some people do get sort of stuck on is when you see on a tab or something an O. Now that can stand either for 0 fret or open, depending on the way you want to look at it. Okay, obviously it is a 0, but some people see it as an open fret. Now, the open fret is just a string played with no fingers. So if I was to play an open 6th string, you're going to get that sound. Okay, so that's no fingers down on the open string. Okay, and then it goes 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, and so on. So we just kind of keep moving up until you run out of frets really. Okay, so that's kind of the two big things of guitar, is what I'd say, is the frets and the strings. They are the part you're probably going to come across the most. Obviously, they're the things that make the difference in the sounds, changing note each time. Okay, now hopefully I'm going to carry on with these video lessons, just giving you a little bit of insight into guitar and some songs and stuff. So it'd be really cool if you could come back, and hopefully we'll have some more for you. Cheers.